A very important topic. Very important topic. Very, very important topic. So, I'm just going to read real quick from my phone if you allow me, because it's only my second video, right? So, bear with me. I don't have all the tricks yet to memorize my text. This video is for people who know they should be better with money, but for some reason, nothing ever seems to stick. If you've tried budgeting, saving, or investing, and still end up back where you started, this video matters. So, if you're bad with money, the problem isn't you, and you should not feel discouraged. The problem is that you do not have yet a system that allows you to progress and not touch your money, to eventually get to a point where you can start to invest. My name is LB Hustle. LB Hustle is my name. I'm glad that you're watching me right now. I hope we'll be able to create a connection, you and I, for the future. The topic of today is why you are not able to make money. My apologies. Why you're not able to save money. Keep the money that comes to you. I might be talking to people who have jobs. So the problem is not that you don't make money. The problem is that you are not able to retain your money. You're not able to keep your money. You always find yourself in activities, behaviors that exhibit consumerism, spending behaviors, and that makes you regret. It makes you regret your actions, and then you end up watching me trying to help you. What you need to understand, first of all, is I was never good with money. Never. I've never been a person that was the guy with money, the guy who had a lot of money in his bank account. Growing up, my mother would tell me I needed to be disciplined with my money, but I always found myself spending it all. Even though I had different jobs growing up, from 18 to 24, I worked a lot. So I had money coming in. I just didn't know how to properly spend it for my future self to be proud about myself. The time that I learned how to spend money was when I was about to have a child. That's what made me mature enough to learn how to properly do it, because I didn't want to be a bum. I wanted my kid to come in the proper environment that her father was supposed to offer. But when I learned that I was about to have a kid, I had no money in my bank account. And in just 1 year, I was able to save $10,000 with a very simple system that prevents consumerism, that fights back digital consumerism, the digital temptations that are around us, constantly forcing us toward reckless spending behaviors. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not going to be talking to you as if I'm better than you, because I'm not. But I did learn from my mistakes, and I do have the burden to transfer what I've learned. The first thing we need to understand is convenience is the enemy. Convenience is the enemy. Whether you're watching fitness videos, motivational videos, anything that has the ending message of making you a better person, you end up realizing that convenience creates procrastination, that convenience makes you lazy, that convenience makes you average, that convenience creates an environment where you end up losing to your own self. The answer is to fight convenience with friction and resistance. What do I mean by convenience? I'm talking about the world that we are currently in. Look everywhere around you. Look at your phone. Every time you scroll, how many ads do you see? I have YouTube Premium, so I don't have these issues. But when you're on YouTube, how many ads do you see proposing some level of service or product. When you walk outside, why are you so tempted to always spend your money? When you go to the store, how much money do you spend? When you watch videos with influencers, why do you feel tempted to buy whatever this person is currently wearing? There's a world constantly tempting us to spend our money. And they've gotten so clever that now you can actually pay everything with credit. So on one hand, the economy is completely messed up. Everything is inflating. Everything is going up in prices. People are not getting jobs. People don't even have $10,000 to $1,000 in their bank accounts. And yet, people spend like never before. And yet, people spend their money on things that are unnecessary. When you add to this fact, the fact that digital banking is made to be convenient for you, it's made to make everything easier and faster. Manage your money faster. This is the best bank to go with. It's going to allow you to save your money faster, invest it faster, pay your credit faster. You can now even put your credit card or your debit card on your iPhone and on your Android to pay money directly from your phone. All this system is a system of convenience. But the issue is, right, the problem with convenience is when you're tempted, when you want to buy something out of impulse, convenience doesn't help you. It pushes you towards the temptation. It pushes you towards the apple. It pushes you towards losing against your own self and your own vices. To combat convenience, you need to combat the idea that easiness is the answer, that easiness is good. You need friction. Friction is what you need to finally make a good amount, save a good amount of money. Finally. The reason you have a job and you have money coming in, but for some reason you're not able to retain it, you always find yourself losing it to a company, to your bills, to your debt, to your student loans, whatever, is because everything is too convenient. And I'm trying to change that. At the end of this video, I will show the system that I use to save a lot of money. So that is the first point. Ease, automation, and complex systems is for experts or advanced money handlers, but it does not help beginners or inconsistent individuals that need stability, not rapidity. Most people don't fail at investing, they fail at not touching the money. What is the point of trying to invest your money, trying to find the next account that's going to quadruple your money, if you're not even good at not touching it in the first place? Sure, if you already have the discipline, maybe you are already into the financial world and you have a different issue. But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to beginners or individuals who are not consistent with keeping money in their account in order to accumulate it and accumulate it and accumulate it to the number that they really dream about. I'm talking about inconsistent people or complete beginners. The problem is not finding an investment account. The problem is not touching your money, because at the end of the day, we live in capitalism. Whatever your investment is, whatever your portfolio looks like, how does it make sense to live in a world of capitalism and you don't have any capital? It doesn't make any sense and you're bound to fail. Yes, you should have a lot of investments, whether it's real estate or it's brokerage or small businesses or startups. That's fine. I'm not knocking that, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to work towards. But you need capital as well. I do believe that cash is king. I strongly believe that. And before you waste your energy on investing in everything, I want you to firstly focus on having $10,000 in your bank account with the job or jobs you currently have, with the resources you currently have. Having a second job is fine, but even with what you already have right now, you can make a lot of difference. The problem with digital banking is, once again, it's too convenient. Last year, I was working up to $10,000 in my Wealth Simple portfolio, right? And in order to make that money, I had 3 jobs. I had 3 different jobs. That was at the time where I was expecting a kid, okay? And therefore, I took 3 different jobs, and I even did like personal training, things on the side to even make more money, right? So I had 3 different jobs with my own entrepreneurship spirit, making money. And that was fine. I had a lot of money coming into my account. And yet, although I saw my account growing, it didn't stop the fact that when I was tempted, when I was facing myself, I do apologize for the music. They booked a room right beside me and now they're playing music, whatever. When I was facing myself, I was still losing. Because now I was making a lot of money. A lot of money was coming in last year, but I was not able to keep it. I always found myself losing it to something. That thing could be bills, debt, credit cards, companies, corporations, buying things here and there. I mean, always. And that made me realize it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you make if you're not able to retain it. It doesn't, because I've been that person that made a lot of money. It doesn't promise that you will finish the year with that amount of money in your bank account. And if you can relate to me, I would like to talk to you about that. Digital banking is too convenient. At the stage that you are right now, I propose to you another type of system. I propose to you this. This is a simple piggy bank with the money here on the side that allows you to track your saving throughout the year. Here, it's $5,000. When you have, for example, $15, you take 10, you go to the bank. You don't look for convenience. I just started this video. I just started by saying convenience is the enemy. So don't look for convenience. Go to the bank, withdraw that money. Create that emotional connection with those bills. With that $10 bill, that $5 bill. Put it in the box. And then you just take that marker and then you tick off 5, 10. And you do that all the way until you get to 5,000 euros, $5,000. That's currently my progress right now. That's where I'm at. I'm working to $10,000 cash. That's really what I want to have. I already have my brokerage account where I have a good number, I do have a good number in that account, but now I really want cash. I'm saying I really want cash. For those that is going to say, but why would you keep cash in your house? This is just to help the process of saving. Because when you do this, you're less tempted to take it out. Because the idea here is to create friction to such a point that it will be too painful to reverse back and take that money out. When you go into your brokerage account or into your checking account or your savings account and you take money out, you do it so easily because there's no friction to your own self. There's no friction to your temptation. But with a system like this, there's too much friction for me to go into this box and take the money out. It's too complicated. I would have to break the box, take the money out. I'll have to buy another box when I come back to my senses. I'll have to calculate what I lost and redo the whole thing. It's too complicated. I don't want to do that. Plus, When I see all the black dots, all the black marks, I don't want to undo my progress because I see how close I am to $10,000, and that motivates me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the idea. But guess what? Once I'm at $10,000, I'm not gonna keep it in my house. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not stupid. The idea is that once I accomplish the goal of $10,000, I now go to the bank and I deposit my money there. I'm probably not gonna deposit $10,000. I'm probably gonna deposit like around 9,000 because I know after 10K they start to make you, fill in not an application, but like you have to complete a file to justify where the money is coming from and everything. So I don't even want to go through all that headache. But I'm probably gonna deposit like $9,000, and I'm good, and I have the remaining 1K to do whatever I want, whatever the type of spending I want to do. That's fine. Or I can just find another way to put it into my account. But the idea here is to reduce friction. The idea is to create a system that fights convenience so that you're able to end up where you want to end up. That is what we're working on. And I do invite you to join me. A lot of people are not mature. I've been preaching this way of operating to my friends, and they don't listen. They don't listen because they are still whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you're going to find value in this video, because I truly believe you can make, if your goal right now is if you're like, if only I had $5,000, this can help you. If only I had $10,000, this can help you. And the beautiful thing is, right? Sometimes when you try to save a lot of money, you focus on the big numbers, because that's what's gonna move the needle so much. But with a system like this, you quickly come to realize that even on the days or the weeks that you don't have a lot of money, that you only have $5 that you would spend on a Kit Kat, you can take that $5 and put it in there, and you still feel nice that you were still able to contribute. Right now, when I'm contributing to my box, I don't even pay attention to the amount that I'm putting in. What I'm telling myself is, as long as it keeps getting blacker and blacker, I'm winning. Even if it's only a $5 save, I'm winning. And that's why I say, even if you're on low income, you can save a lot of money. People don't realize how much small amounts equates to big amounts a year from now. They don't realize. I noticed that when I would drive a lot, $10 of gas here, $10 of gas there, 15, 20, 30. And at some point I told myself, I'm not saying you shouldn't drive, but that's my experience. At some point I told myself, bruv, if you accumulate all that gas expense over the course of a year, that's a lot. What if I just take that amount into my box to save a lot of money faster? And now, when I have a little bit of money, I put it there. Instead of buying myself a cookie, a Kit Kat, a coffee or whatever, I just put it in there. Of course, if I have a lot more money to put in, I'll just put in. But it just goes to show you, even with small efforts, you can accomplish your goal. And I'm telling you, 1 year is what you need. I promise you, we can do this together. That's what I'm doing, as you saw. That's my box. I'm going to finish. My goal is to finish it by end of March. That's very ambitious, but that's my goal. That's what I told myself at the start of the year. I mean, not really at the start, but whatever. And then right after I finish this box, I'm going to buy a different one and do it directly. My goal is 30K. I want to save 30K this year. If you can relate to me, well, I really appreciate it. My name is LB Hustle. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, share the video. I'll see you in the next one. All right? Stay blessed.